Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to a special afternoon session where I sometimes will come back on and finish out the morning's free readings or any other donations that I did not get to in the morning, which is what we're doing today because there was two individuals I donated that I wasn't able to get before I needed to head out. So we're back to complete those. There's no chat in this session because I'm not taking any new readings for this session. This is just finishing up the morning. I will be back in about 2 hours and 15 minutes for my evening session. So if you want to join me then, about an hour before ish, I'll be putting out an advertisement or whatever notification, I guess is a better word, um, for that session. You can jump in and put your questions early if you'd like. So let's get started. I am going to continue to use this beautiful Arcanus animal tarot here. It's a beautiful deck. And we will get started. And we left off with Brenda Tejada. Brenda, thank you for your patience in getting to your donation. And I appreciate your donation. And you wanted to know, what should you expect from Matthew this weekend? All right. Based on current energies, let's take a look here and see what's coming through here with Maddie Moo Moo. I went for a walk, and so I'm very hyper because it's cold outside. So sorry if I'm a little much for a little bit here. Let's take a look here. Okay. All right. Well. All right. Well, it looks pretty positive here. There is a lot of passion and movement coming through in the cards here because you've got the Seven of Wands and you've got the King of Wands. Seven of Wands, you might see a little bit of defensiveness coming from them, and I don't feel it specifically towards you. I feel like they just kind of feel pressured, attacked, something going on in their life that just has them on edge, and so they're kind of a little bit cranky. So just be aware if anything comes back a little snarky, that it's not you, it's just their overall energy, because they got a ton of it here with the King of Wands, and so they're in this place of, people telling them what to do and should do and need to do and blah, blah, blah. A lot of pressure that's coming in, but he is standing his ground and he's really standing up for himself in general. And it just kind of is flowing out. Is he a fire sign? He might be, because we've got the Sun card here, which is major fire. But that's why I feel like it's okay in their interactions with you overall. The sun is bright shininess. It brings in a lot of shining light on things. And we have the Ace of Cups too, which is higher love and higher emotion. So I feel like they go from cranky, almost it feels like they're a little bipolar this weekend, depending on when you interact with them. Cranky and then overjoy, cranky, overjoy, cranky, overjoy. Because you got the Chariot too, which is good. Overall, it's positiveness when the Sun card's in here. And the Chariot, these are two victorious victor cards. And this is a movement and choice with the Chariot card. And I like this message from Spirit. It's like you can expect bipolarism really from anyone. When we as humans, when something makes our inner child feel unsafe and out of control, it will go into um, fight or flight mode and become a cranky little hissy cat. And so that is normal for humans. And then when we're not in that, when we're not in fear, then our natural state of being of our higher selves is unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace. So you can expect this to go up and down. But I love the Chariot, like I was saying, for you, because it's telling you, Spirit is telling you that regardless of their actions, you get to choose the story about what it means about them, about the world, about yourself, right? We make a mental choice every moment of fear or unconditional love, an emotional choice of unconditional love or of fear or unconditional love. What energy we're putting forward of fear or unconditional love in our actions. What are our actions rooted in unconditional love or fear? So I like this empowerment that's coming in here for you, because it's like Spirit is saying, you know what? They're gonna be all over the place, but that doesn't mean that you have to be, and neither's right, neither's wrong. They just bring you different experiences, and if you're tired of feeling lower vibrational emotional experiences that are, related to, anger and sadness and depression and betrayal and fear and jealousy and blah blah blah, all that stuff, we can make a different choice. But that power of your world rests on you, theirs on theirs. You can't do anything to make them happy or to hurt them. That's their job. No one can do anything to make you happy or to hurt you. That's your job. It's your choices that, to feel and to put certain stories on things. So I like this freedom that comes in here for you, Brenda. And so that's what you can expect from them is up and down and up and down. But overall, I feel like it's a sunny experience, an enlightening experience for sure. So that is what they have for you, Brenda. So thank you again for your donation. And then up next, we've got Barb was my second donation that I did not get to. Thank you again so much for your donation. I appreciate you. They want to know, does your boyfriend's coworker want something? All right, let's take a look here. Very mysterious. We'll take a look here. And I don't doesn't seem in anything of well, at least yet. I've only seen one card out of five. But the first card is the Wheel of Fortune that comes in here. And the Wheel of Fortune shows you that you will be happy with whatever unfolds here. It's the wheel of the tune of for you. You're going to feel like, okay, this is for me. It's fortunate. It's the tune of for you. And it's a positive card. So I like it coming off at the bat of them saying nothing serious, nothing to worry about here. I just feel okay. Wow, yeah, a lot of fortune, a lot of abundance coming in here. So the coworker seems to be just more motivated for about money and fullness and wholeness as well, because we've got two tens, the two tens that represent fortune and abundance, and this five of wands is this transformation of kind of fiery combative energy. Um, and so I feel like their coworker is more just very I was gonna say motivated to make the money, the coin, the coin, the coin, the coin. And I feel like they're just here, I'll show you this. They're just kind of all over the place in their life. You've got the magician card. They're a go-getter. They're fire. They're just like they'll see all these seven cups, and in this picture it represents with the combination of these two is they see all this stuff they want in life and they go after all this stuff, but they're all over the place. They're just like constantly like, "Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that." So I don't feel like they looked at your boyfriend, well, "Oh, look at that." I just feel like they are so unbridled in their it's like a wild horse. It just tramples all over the place and bumps into stuff and doesn't realize even what they're doing, but they don't have any ill intentions or like they don't want to um get with betray him, do anything like that. I feel like this coworker is a very kind of upbeat, super hyper, you know, um, something on fire, like a horse on fire. Yeah, like a wild horse on fire, which would be like the Knight of Wands, fiery energy, go 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 go. But I don't feel like they're like, ooh, I want them for me. I feel like they've got plenty of admirers and everything else, and they don't they don't have any ill intent. I feel like they're just a goofball a goofball on steroids is what I see. So hopefully that makes sense, Barb, but nothing to worry about. I don't have any like alarms going off, so that's good. So hopefully that helps, and many blessings too. So thank you again for your donation. All right, and then we're on to the free readings. I did leave off with a nursery. So a nursery, you're up first. Let me take a sip here. All right. And you want to know spirit message. So, what does spirit want you to know right now? All right. Hoo-hoo-hoo. Well, you've got the Empress here, which is new birth, new things coming in, sensuality, nurturing, self-nurturing, and you've got the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is like the movement of emotion, movement coming in here. So, this really feels a combination of energy. It's like half taking care of you, your journey, this quest for the Ace of Cups, which is the higher love that you find in spirit, right? That you connect and open up to that eternal unconditional love from above. And so there's this journey that you're on. And as you're raising that love vibration, you're drawing in also romance with this new passion, new sensuality, a new birth of a new relationship. And if you're in a relationship, it's a heightened emotional connection with them. But it all spawns from your own internal quest of raising your love vibration and connecting more and more to spirit, more and more to the higher realms, because you can't give or receive love more than to the extent you love yourself. So, raising your self love also opens up your ability to give and receive love to humans on a higher scale. So, that is what they have coming in here for you. So, right now, that is the message inward, upward, and that will bring and draw someone in or draw your relationship to a higher level. So, I like it. All right, News 3. So many blessings to you. And then, Pinky. You wanted a general reading, so what does Spirit want you to know right now? What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. So, I know when I start off that, I sound so serious. Well, because you have a tower, which is okay, because you have the Ace of Swords. This is telling you that Spirit wants you to know there's been some shaking and rattling of beliefs, of mindsets, of thoughts, right? And this tower card has that there's some stuff that's happening because it's designed and you asked for it to happen at this time in your life for it to kind of strike you like a lightning bolt into your life and bring some things like to the surface and to your face so that you could see things from a different perspective and cut away this rope that's been tying you, this fear, beliefs that are rooted in the fear of losing love, the fear of rejection, the fear of failure, And so you do have this, and I was going to say one, but they're kind of showing me of like there's a few different, like a big significant one with it's like a big earthquake, not an actual one, but then small tremors after that kind of shake things out and allow you the clarity and you're like, and the freedom that comes from it. Because the tower card always happens for you. It doesn't happen to you. It's always for you to clear away things that are, it's like a condemned building that you can't live in. It's full of rats, leaking roof, the plumbing doesn't work. So the lightning bolt hits it to burn it down. They take away all the rubbish. And then there's a new foundation that's built to something beautiful and new, more in alignment that you can live in, and it also clears your path for you to move forward. So I like this for you. With these changes, the sudden change and the after effects that come with it, don't sweat it if you can. Just remember, for me, for me, for me, and that there's something that's going to replace it that's even more amazing than what was there before. But a lot of clarity that comes from it. So I like it. All right. And that's what they have for you, Pinky. So many blessings to you. And then Hot Sun, you are up next. Hello. Hello. What are Matt's feelings, intentions, and next actions towards you? Also, what are the underlying energies? All right, let's take a look here. So let's see here. All right, I wanted that one. I wanted this one. The underlying energy is the Eight of Wands. Whoa. So the overall energy, I mean, you're the hot sun, you can handle this heat. But the Eight of Wands, of course, is a ton of fast energy coming in fast and furious, a lot of passion. There's also the Nine of Wands on the bottom. So, there is a lot of fire. Let's see what these other things are here. All right. Well, so you got the seven, the eight, and the nine of wands. that come in here. So things are progressing forward here. And when we're, the feelings, you've got the Four of Pentacles was the other card. You had the seven and the Seven of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles were your two here. Solid foundation in the outside world, but also this understanding of where you're finding your worth that impacts things. So, you know, all this energy that's coming together here, Hot Sun, it just feels like feelings, intentions, and next actions feel so much motivated by attraction, like physical and energetic attraction. And it's fast, 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 burn, 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 burn. And with that Four of Pentacles, it just feels like, they have this attraction, and I don't know if this is the person we've talked about before, but they have kind of a low self-esteem. They might boast themselves. I feel like they boast themselves up, and they might even be like great looking and buff and all this stuff, but it's all a beautiful facade of confidence. Inside, they love themselves very little. And if you pay attention to them long enough, you'll hear them um, eventually badmouth themselves, especially when something happens. You'll hear them revert to the true nature of how very low they feel about themselves, and because of this, they will, you know, focus on fast movement, consuming, moving forward, never looking back. Don't look back. God, if you look back, the train's going to catch up to you. Got to keep moving. They're this type of energy where they keep going. They have this passion, but their feelings, because they love themselves very little, they can't give love very much. And so, we have this um, falling short. They're not going to be able to give you what you are looking for from them at this point in their life. It just feels like they are the kind of um at the kind of place in their life where if someone gets too close, they're like, if I let you get too close, you're going to see behind the curtain. Can't let that happen, because the little scared little inner child in there doesn't want that. And so this Four of Pentacles is your journey of realizing, "Oh, okay, when I look outside of myself to define myself, for like my self-worth, I'm actually looking at retail price in the outside world, right? Because what other people, oops, as I knock stuff around, what I'm worth to other people is my retail price. But my self-worth is designed to come from self, right? But when I'm looking out here into the three areas that we're taught to, relationships, situations, things, then I feel unstable because all those things are unstable. People change, people pass away, people walk away, unstable. Situations, jobs, education never stay the same, unstable. Things break down, deteriorate, blow up, burn down, stolen, and so unstable. And so we feel unstable when we're using those things. And so when we get this instability that happens for us, it's all pointing us inward and upward back to where we find our self-worth. And then we get to have this eternal unconditional love be what defines us, and that's stable. And so we have this beautiful stability that comes into the physical world, but it comes from inward outward, not outward inward. So I feel like that is what they're wanting you to know right now, Hot Sun. So hang in there. I know these cuties. Speaking of cutie is up next. Hey, cutie. So, hello, hello. Any blessings coming to you? Good to see you. That was too funny. I crack myself up sometimes. I tell you. All right. So, any blessings coming to you? Wow. No, I'm just kidding. You do. And this is like a blessing that almost looks like a blessing in disguise, because you've got the Seven of Swords, which is you're realizing this is the death and new beginning. This is the ending of these old small t truths, these thoughts and beliefs that used to steal from you, deceive you, and even mirror deception from outside people. And there's this ending because you really are doing this inner work. You're realizing what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets have deceived you in the past, that have cheated you out of opportunities, because either there's this core belief that's, was bubbling below the surface in your subconscious you didn't even know was there. You're like, "Oh, I'm confident. I want this stuff." But inside, the inner child was going, "No, no, no, we can't have that yet." And I feel like you've been doing some significant inner shadow work that's releasing you from those things. And this is where the blessing comes in, because it allows stuff to come in. It allows this beautiful flow to happen into your life. It allows you to, instead of the inner child rejecting things out of your life, it allows things to come in more there. If I haven't talked about the Six of Pentacles from my Take 10 with Zen series, you can find the playlist on my main page at the very top. Episodes 4 and 5 are really good about bringing down the walls and allowing the energy to match up blessings to come in. So if that resonates, check that out, because I feel like this is an important thing. It allows many different types of blessings to come towards you because of that. So I like it, Goldie. I feel like money, relationship, jobs, it's like all these different areas, things are in queue waiting. It's like a printer, things waiting in queue to be printed. There's things waiting in your ethereal that have been force fielded away by the inner child, saying that you're not worthy of that yet, because this core beliefs that were developed when you were 7 years old and younger. So I like it for you. It just takes a little bit of chick, and then these walls come down, and then this flood of stuff comes in for you. And I like it. So that's what they have for you, cutie. So many blessings to you. And then we've got Goldie. Hello, hello, Goldie. And you want to know the energy reading between you and a Leo. All right. Well, cards came flying out here. Let's see what we have here. All right. Well, we do see here with this Three of Wands coming in here, this is a change of direction, a change of location, or, like you're headed in this direction with this interaction with the two of you, but it kind of takes this and it goes off into a different world. And so, sorry, I just want to check here, make sure there's not an emergency. So sorry. All right. Okay, very good. So everything is good. Thank you. So, this is this change of direction, and it comes in here because of this judgment card. And the judgment card is your higher self calling you to this higher place. There is this double endings and double beginnings here. And what is happening here? There's just this, you had like two sets of cards. These two are the Nine of Swords and the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords rolls, of course, with the king over the ace, or over the sword suit. And the Nine of Swords are the fears and, those types of things that are happening there. And with these fears around interactions, relationship, and really a lot of things in life, this Queen of Swords is balancing the heart and the mind. She has access to this Ace of Swords that allows her to see things from a different perspective and cut through some fears and some thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. And that's where what spawns this changing of things. It's like there's these ahas and these epiphanies where things just kind of click. And where there has been, I don't know, there's this delay, misunderstandings, not on the same page, keep missing each other kind of energy, I feel. And I feel like you're suddenly going to be like ding and see things differently. And I feel like there's, like I said, it's you take a different path, you take a different route, either a different route that takes you guys closer together, or a route away. And you will know, of course, obviously, because it's going to click. But it's you that makes the change. It's you that goes, you know what, nope, I just remember this, I didn't want to do this anymore, kind of thing. What they're reminding me, because they'll give me pictures of my life to reiterate things. And for me, I moved out of state once, left my job, my friends, everything, to go move with someone. Came back 6 months later after they had gone outside the relationship and everything. It was like, what? And then later with relationship number 5, they were gonna be moving to another city, and I went with them to see what the city would be like. And while I was there, I was at the apartment that we were staying with friends of theirs. Um, I was just there by myself going, they were gonna be in school and be working and doing this and that. I go, "This is gonna be my life." And suddenly, it hit me like an epiphany. I was like, "Wait a minute, I'm supposed to remember something. Oh, yeah, I was never gonna move for love again unless it was for me too, and that the location I was headed to was something that was drawing me there." And it wasn't. And so this is the kind of thing that I feel will happen between you and your Leo is you're gonna discover some stuff about yourself and what you're, not wanting to do there. So that is what I have for you, Goldie. Hopefully that makes sense for you. And many blessings. Hang in there. Very interesting. All right. And Daisy, hey, long time no see. I am doing well. I hope you are doing well and enjoying school. Or are you out of school for a little bit again? But you just want a general reading. Absolutely. Let's see. What does Spirit want you to know right now? You must be out of school. Bada bing, bada boom. Wow. Yeah. Well, here we go. So you do have this interesting energy. You've got the 6 of Wands, which is victory, equal passion. And so I feel like with this 5 of Cups, the 3 cups are usually spilt and the 2 cups are behind here. And I feel like there is this, you have this, I don't know, do you have this downtime where suddenly you're open? You're like, there's this equal attraction between you and someone, but there's this leftover lower vibrational emotions and energy from the past that is bubbling up here that you're like, you know what? I'm hesitant in opening my heart, but you're like, the 6 of Wands is like, well, a little bit of flirting, a little bit of passion is okay, but I'm not ready to open my heart up. And I feel like Spirit is like, it's okay. It's okay to be there. When you're ready, you can look at the core of what's holding you back and what is making you hesitant and open in your heart. And it's okay. There's no right or wrong. You know, this isn't a destined soulmate that, what whoever's meant for you will not pass you by. So you don't have to worry. I feel like if they are like, you know, what chances are they don't care anyway, but you feel like I it's like you're so honorable sometimes. I swear, Daisy. You're like, I don't want to lead anyone on. I want to make sure they're aware that I'm not ready to open my heart yet. And I feel like they're not looking for deep emotional connection anyway. So just be aware of that with what you're experiencing. And I feel like this has to do with an individual, of course, that's coming in. So there you go, Daisy. So hang in there. Enjoy your time off. Happy holidays. All right. And Divine Goddess, you are up next. Will you how will your future spouse be? So let's get some what's what Spirit wants you to know about this individual. Wow. We've got the 5 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. So the 5 and 9 of Wands, very fiery personality and energy. They've been through a lot of struggle, which is good because you don't want to. It's funny, not that you wouldn't go through with it because you're a very supportive person. You would help them through anything that they go through and would go through. But they went through a lot, of course, already, which has allowed them. It's like the purifying of gold. They pour the gold in the big vat and they turn that heat up to where it's so hot, the dross or the impurities bubble to the surface and they scrape it off and then they turn up the heat. More of it bubbles up, they scrape it off, they turn up the heat more of it. So they've gone through a great purification process, or like when you put like a river rock in with a pumice stone, and that's what takes off the rough edges and makes it a smoother stone. Well, that they've had that before already. So very fiery energy, but a lot of the conflict and the and like leaping before they think and all those things they've learned the hard way already, which I like because then you don't have to go through that with them. You just get the finished product. Almost finished, right? They've been through a lot though, and I like it because they're so appreciative of life and will also be more appreciative of you as well. So I like it. So that's a little bit of a tidbit there for you, Divine Goddess. So many blessings to you. And then Butterfly, you are up next. You'd like a spirit message. So let's see here. What does spirit have here for you? All right, so you got some fire, a lot of fire going on here, last few cards. But you've got the Three of Wands and the Page of Wands, which does show a change of direction that you initiate. New information comes in, a new passion draws you off into a different direction. And I feel like this is a clarity of dream, of passion, of you've been putting a lot of energy and going in a certain path, and it's because you've been kind of all your life that's what you were told. It would be like, oh no, you're going to be a nurse, you're going to be a nurse, you're going to be a nurse or a doctor or fireman or policeman, whatever. And so because the family always is, and then you're like, okay, I'm going to do all this too, and you're putting all this energy, you're putting all of this into it, and you're going all this direction, but you wake up in the morning going, okay, let's go do this. Fear of letting people down, right? But you've had this new spark, this new interest, this new passion for life on what you want to do. And that's what's taking you off in this different direction. And so it is supported by spirit, this nudge that you have or will be having to go this different direction than where you have been takes you into this beautiful, beautiful place where you wake up in the morning excited to go do this thing instead of just existing. So I like this. You're coming out of the cocoon. All right, butterfly. That's what they have for you right now. So I like that for you. And then Aditi, anything that you need to know. Let's see what spirit wants you to know right now. Okay. And from the bottom. All right. Well, look at you. So you have been going through this transformation here. You've got the Hanged Man, which is like the cocoon, but it's you've been going through this evolution. Part of what you're learning here with the Emperor, this is fiery energy, this Aries energy. You're beginning to evolve. It's like you're choosing what your butterfly wings are going to look like. And you have all these people that have told you this is what your butterfly wings colors should be, right? Who you should be, what you should do, who you should be with. A lot of advisors in your life, which emperors have. But when it comes down to it, with this evolution that you're going through, with the letting go, like the caterpillar becomes caterpillar juice to let caterpillar things fall away, you are choosing butterfly things. And caterpillars are giving you butterfly advice. It doesn't do so well. And so you're like, you know what? I'm going to choose for me. I get to decide. And so I like this because there's this beautiful energy of um, stepping forward, of confidence, of putting form around what you're wanting and making plans and putting it into action. The waiting is over. This hanged man, it's like you're at the last stages about to come out of the cocoon. So they're like, well, got to choose your butterfly colors, your wing colors. And so you get to. And I like this because there is this don't be afraid. Step forward. It's you that has to eat the meal of your life. It's like a big table. One of the things Spirit's shown lately. It's like being at a big table and everyone's looking at the menus. You've already ordered the appetizers that we're all going to share. Now you're deciding your meal, but everyone has an opinion. Hey, you should eat this. Hey, you should try this. Hey, you should try this. Everyone's telling you what you should eat, but you're the one that's going to have to eat it, and so you can thank everyone for their advice and their suggestions, but they can zip it now because you're going to order what you want with the waiter and they're going to bring it to you. So I like that. And that's what they have for you, Aditi, right now. So many blessings to you. And then YOLO, hello, hello. You'd like a general reading. So what does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. So you are getting some clarity here with the Two of Cups, which is important relationships, and the Seven of Swords, which is deceit, thoughts that have deceived you, your own thoughts that have deceived you, cheated you out of opportunities of what you feel have cheated you out of opportunities for love and for relationship. But one, the relationships that are meant for you never pass you by, and so if something didn't work out, the not working out was also for you to help prepare you for who is destined to be the stepping stones to end up with a soul partner for the rest of your life. So, knowing that anything that didn't happen and unfold was for you, and that there were mirrors for you, whether they were deceptive individuals that were showing you and reflecting back to you deceptive thoughts that you have about yourself, and this um you know eventually discovering these beliefs that blind you and bind you and make you feel trapped and restricted. There's this energy of this clarity that's coming in, and I like this because you still have a couple stepping stones, but these individuals that you interact with are going to teach you so much. They're going to be beautiful teachers reflecting back to you what you want to see about yourself so you can release things. And then that makes you have this higher vibrational experience with this soul partner, this individual that you're going to be with the rest of your life. So as you look at the relationships you've had and the interactions you've had, the ones that you felt were mistakes or that you were cheated out of, or that were cheated on, you know, just know that all this happened for you. And look and see, what did you learn through this? Why it didn't happen to you? Why did you want it to happen for you? Ooh, there you go. All right. Well, that's what they have for you right now, YOLO. So many blessings to you. And then Shri, hello, hello. So, messages from the person on your mind. Let's take a look here. What messages from the person on your mind here? All right. Wow. Well, you have the Lover's card here. So it's a very important relationship, evidently. And they feel the same. There's just some fears here. This fear of heartbreak. Normally it's a giant heart with three swords stuck in it. And here the poor eagle is stuck here. But this represents our expectations equal disappointment. We have a lot of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that were given around love and relationships of all kinds, whether it's romantic, friends, family, workmates, schoolmates, whatever. But we're given a lot of these roles. And when we look at what this is bringing in for you, the Justice card has the Ace of Swords, which connects you to the capital T truths. The scales here are out of balance in the beginning for all humans, because unless you're like a young child who's not stolen, but like maybe a child who's an orphan who ends up being, as a baby, given to a Buddhist monastery, and they're raised in Buddhist, clear thinking and no expectations. That's like 0.00000001 of us, right? The rest of us get inundated and all this supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and must poured upon us, these small t truths rooted in fears of rejection and um, you know failure and all that, because that's going to define who you are and what it means for you in your life. And that's what's good about this is there's this clarity of worthiness. There's this clarity because as we connect with this higher truth that's rooted in unconditional love, seeing things from a higher perspective, you're able to cut away all that opinion that we're inundated with, and you balance things out because you start putting things on the top scale, but it's double edged. It also allows you to cut off and slice off stuff, take it off that other scale. So balance is coming in here in regards to your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets about what relationships should be, and it allows you to allow them to just be. And so this is the message coming from the person on your mind is, it's like, let it be. let it be what it is. Try to see what interactions with others, what they reflect back to you, because they're showing you the restrictions that are there, and they're coming on purpose to show you the cage that your heart has been put into, your mind has been put into with all of those restrictions. But there's freedom to be had. In fact, when I saw this eagle, the eagle represents freedom, but expectations are what kill freedom. Killing the eagle here, and the freedom awaits for you here. And I like this. It's like, be free, butterfly, be free. And I like that for you. So hopefully that makes sense and resonates for you, Shri. And that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. And then let's see here. We still have several more here. So we will continue down here. How are we doing on time? I think we're good on time. So Andrea Macias Gomez. Hello, hello. And you want to know, what are Brandon's current thoughts about you? So let's take a look here. Going into the mind of Brandon, you're brave. Because, of course, his thoughts about you are really his thoughts about himself. And we'll see what we have here. So we've got death and rebirth, and we've got the strength card. Two major arcana. There's significant rebirth happening here. The strength card is our human connecting, which is the line connecting with our higher self, which is the infinity symbol. And as we realize this, our desperation for things of the outside world changes. And I feel like this is where this death and rebirth is happening here. I just feel like they're going through this inner change, this inner reflection. It feels like they have really had a tough time lately, and some significant things that have altered and changed course for them. And it's caused them to do a lot of inner reflection and a kind of, what is life about? Like, maybe with the death card, I almost feel like maybe someone has significant past in their life recently that made them kind of calibrate and question life. And so this is like their thoughts about you are rooted in this whirlwind of change that's coming in their life, and you're part of that. But I feel like they're very much, with this Leo energy, focused inward on their inner child and on recovering themselves from this significant, two major arcana, this significant event that has happened in their life. So if they have been kind of like, pulled far away and withdrawn, I feel like they've done it everywhere because they're really evaluating their life and to see what they want and who they want and what is life all about. They've gone super inner reflective and self-reflective. So that's what I feel right now. I don't feel like they have these, exact thoughts about you at this time, um, because they're so self-focused, if that makes sense. Right. So that's what they have for you, Andreas. Many blessings to you. And then Starfall, hey, hey, you'd like a general reading for December. Let's see. What does Spirit want you to know about December? All right. So, alone time and balance. We got the Temperance card, which is patience, but also is progress and evolution, as this magic goes back and forth between the little vessels. It's evolving, it's turning into you know, gold, right? And so there is this transformation that is happening, and the high priestess is this invitation here. I just feel like it's a time here. I mean, like, what more stepping back, connecting with spirit, going behind the veil, diving deep is what has been keeping this going. And it's okay to pause and not do a whole bunch of inner work. Sometimes it's just communing and calming, but then get back to it. Because the temperance card does talk about, it's tempering, but it's the alchemy. And alchemy, magic doesn't happen if they're just sitting there. It's the going back and forth that changes thing. And that's really what you want. But rest, I feel like rest is coming in here. Yeah, you even have the Four Pentacles. Balance your outside world. See if I can balance the outside world. Allow calmness. Allow some stability. Allow some hanging at home. Four Pentacles has that home energy. It's okay to do that. You don't have to be 24/7 working on self. Sometimes it's like working out. Like I know what working out is, but but a bunch. um, but I've heard a friend told me once it's important for you to rest your muscles to give them time to heal, and then you can build. So that's what happens with I think we tear muscles when we're working out, and we give them recovery time to build, and then we tear them again, and that's kind of what happens with it, at a reasonable level. That's what's happening with inner work. Allow yourself the space to rest and relax and process, and allow things to file themselves and get foundations, and then you can hit it again. So that's what they have for you. Starfall, December, rest and balance and patience. Yay. All right. So many blessings to you. And then Paula, you are up next, and you'd like a general reading for the month of December as well. All right. I thought I was looking at the same thing twice. Of course, it being December 1st, it's a popular question. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know. Woo, look at you. More fire coming in here for people. You got the Knight of Wands, which is the fastest moving knight out of them all. And you have the Page of Wands, which is a new passion, a new, um, just, I just feel like the spark that's happening here in the month of December. A Knight of Wands is that you're on a quest for your higher power, for your energy, taking power back. Page of Wands is also this pursuit and this searching for this wand, for this energy, for the power in your life. And I feel like this is a month where you really get into this awareness that whatever you focus your energy on is what grows and expands. You're not the in the passenger seat or in the baby seat in the back seat, and the creator's driving the vehicle. The creator's in the passenger seat. You're driving, and you're just asking them, "Hey, what do you think about doing this?" And they're like, "Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, whatever you want to do." It's your life, your experience. They get to go along with every single one of us on our adventures. So they're not trying to control it. They're like, "What do you want to do?" And you're like, "Well, how do we go to this movie, this drive-in, and we get some popcorn and we have a food fight?" They're like, "Yeah, let's do it." And if you're like, "Well, do you have anything else that would be, you know, even more?" And they would be like, "Well, you can do this or this or this as well." Any of that is fine. And I feel like there is this stepping into your power, realizing that you are like the creator of your life, a co-creator along with the creator, and that you're not in this alone, and that they will show you things if you'll ask them as well. So I like it for you. I think it's very empowering for you for that month of December. It's like they're showing me the from Harry Potter. If you're a Harry Potter fan, when he went to get his first wand, and he went into the wand store, and you're testing it, and then he's like, "Nope, not that one. Nope, nope, whoops," breaking things, and then it's like his hair is all whoosh, and he was like, "Well, I guess that's the one for you." And I feel like this is you, kind of like that, stepping into that power. So I like it. All right. So many blessings to you, Paula. And then Samoliza, hello, hello. So you want to know your future love life with Raheel. All right, let's take a look here. See what Spirit wants you to know about Raheel based on current energies. Current energies, current choices, right? Let's see here. So we've got the Five of Swords, which represents a conflict of belief and a conflict in communication. I feel like a big piece of this has to do with home, with where home would be, what home would look like. And because the Four Pentacles is, the Pentacles is the outside world, four is the four walls. And this Five of Swords, it just feels like there's this is where a lot of conflict, a lot of battling both internally between head and heart, but also this is externally. I feel like there's a lot of um, chatter among people about where you would live, how about you would live. There's just a lot of mindsets and belief systems that are so different between the two of you that the energy right now, it feels like it's open, like there's such you're at a pivotal point, excuse me, of all this stuff of your path that it's not in stone yet. There's like 5 different ways that it could go, like with the 5 swords, and it's like there's conflict, there's decisions haven't been made, and there's all these possibilities, and things have not been decided both within you and with them. And so I just feel like there's this big fog of I don't know which way it's going to go here. But I feel like a big piece of it is where that you would live is like one of the focal things that is shaking things up. So, you have the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom, which we like because that the underlying energy is realizing that whatever unfolds is for you. It's the tune of for you, the fortune, right? And so sometimes our human has a hard time getting on board with how is that for me? But when the Wheel of Fortune comes out, it says that not to worry because things will turn and even your human side will be fine with the outcome. They will think it's for them, for your human side. So um, it looks like more to come here, but they're keeping things in the dark right now. So I don't know what that's about, but things still need to work themselves out. So hopefully that helps for now, Samalisa. So many blessings to you. And then Miss Rack Bayin, hello, hello. You asked if free readings were available, but I didn't see a question. So I'm just going to pull a general reading to see what Spirit wants you to know, because they know what you would have been wanting to ask anyway. So uh, we will pull these cards here. So you've got the Empress and you've got the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords represents there have been recently some figuring out of your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets, things that in the past would have kept you from stepping forward, from allowing things to come into your life. You would have chosen not to do something and not had an experience before, but you've been working on this. You've been looking at your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets about yourself and who you are. And here we go. This Empress is about new birth, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. And I feel like you're really been spending this time cutting away some small t truths rooted in fear of rejection, fear of not being good enough, all that delicious stuff we come here to experience. And this Empress is about a new birth. It's about sensuality, creativity, expression. And I love this for you because I feel like you deserve to have experiences, and fears that held you back before. A lot of them have fallen by the wayside. Still have a couple more just to look at, but I feel like things are moving and opportunities are birthing for sure. So that's what they have for you right now, Ms. Rex. So many blessings to you. And then Rhonda, sorry that you had problems with the Cash App. I don't know what's going on with that out in the world. Well, it is. We're in the pre-shadow of Mercury retrograde. Knock on wood. But you wanted to know, what is it that you need to know at this time? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit feel you need to know at this time? All right. All right. Wow. Yeah, you do have some change coming here. You have the World card that came out first. Let me put these in order here. So the World card is ending of major cycles and beginning of something new. It's significant, being major arcana. Something is changing. Something is, you're leaving old ways, beginning new ways. I like it for you. It's a victorious card. It's the last card in the major arcana, opening up a time for a new adventure to come forward, right? And you have the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is choices, mental choices to make, but also it is closing your eyes and opening your heart. And so with this new direction that you're going, instead of looking at it from logic, like, well, this looks good on paper, it's close your eyes and open your heart, because the 8 of cups comes in after that, which is leaving behind the emotions and relationships that don't aren't serving you anymore, and they've done their job, and it's you moving off into something. 9 of cups, which is emotional wish fulfillment. So I like this for you. It does tell us that it's okay to leave behind relationships that you are realizing you are the one that's always overgiving. You're the one that is always contacting, you're identifying these individuals and these things, and it's okay to let it go. It's okay to release those things. So, um, I like that for you. That's what you need to know right now. It's okay. You don't even have to, like, officially, you know, give a termination letter to whoever these friendships or relationships or even family, whoever it is. You can just stop investing energy and those will just drift away, because they're not investing, and they won't even realize it until months later. And they're like, "Hey, you haven't talked to me in a while." And you're like, "Hey, how are you?" And they're like, "Why haven't you talked to me?" And you're like, "Oh, I've been busy doing things." Whoa, you know, and some might even realize it. And you're like, that's good. All that energy comes back to you. All that emotional energy comes back to you. So I like that for you, Rhonda. So hang in there, my dear. Many blessings to you. And then Karthik, you are up. You want to know, does tarot reveal why a person is going through troubled times? It definitely, tarot, we can get messages of the generalities, sometimes specifics. In a public setting, spirit tends not to get super, super too specific, um, depending on, because they're not gossipers. But evidently, if you're wanting to know why someone is going through a troubled time here, um, yeah, we've got the world card here, which we just had a moment ago, and it came flying back out. But they're going through a significant ending in their life and a new beginning in their life. And here's the new beginning with the Ace of Wands. With the Queen of Cups too, the Queen of Cups is very intuitive, very emotional. Um, she's the master of emotion, because all queens roll over their suit of cups. This one is, and then all queens are given a second portion of emotion, water cups. So she's the master of emotion, and this stuff that they're going through, the queen offers the queen this chalice, the holy grail, the Ace of Cups, with and so all of this energy and this passion, all this new starts that are happening in their life, are to show them here, to turn them inward and upward, to find, the self-love that is kind of lacking in their life. And all these endings and beginnings and these shifting of things is teaching them that the outside world is a world of shifting sands, that it's difficult for them to, you know um, find the love they're looking for outside of us, when it's self-love we're looking for, and self isn't out here, self is in here. And we connect with this higher love, this eternal unconditional love from above. And I feel like this is what they're wanting. This is why they're going through what we call troubled times. It's really disappointing times, because we're looking for our fullness in the outside world, but that's not where our fullness is. Our fullness is in our own heart. So hopefully that gives you at least some of what they're going through, and why. But there's a human reason why, but there's always a spiritual underlying reason why as well. Ha ha ha. All right. So that's what they have for you, Karthik. So hopefully that helps. Many blessings to you. And then Needy Sarbaya. Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you. And you want to know what does the universe want you to know right now? All right. What do they want you to know right now? All right. Well, I like this. So you have this great feeling of emotional stability here that's igniting this passion. So I feel like you've been doing this great inner work where you're really connecting to your Ace of Cups, which before, when you looked at the Three of Cups of the outside world, you like had no passion. It felt lifeless. It felt like existing. But you've been doing this inward and upward, and there's this bubbling up of this energy from within you. And this Knight of Wands, which is the fastest moving knight out of them all, is igniting this energy to move forward and to take chances. And um, it's like you have this second lease on life, or your second wind of life, and you're ready to move forward. You're ready to get things going. You have this, allow your emotional stability to be grounded in that higher love, and then just look at the world and see, what is it next you want to do? Go on the scavenger hunt. Discover what makes your heart sing. Discover how you uniquely want to share that love within your heart with the world, because there is this passion, this drive that's ignited. And sometimes, if we've always given up ourselves for everyone else, we don't know who we are. We don't know what we want. We don't know what makes our heart sing, because we forced it to sing what everyone else wanted it to sing. And the heart was like, but I love, this kind of music, but you're making me sing that. Now you're like, let's sing. You're honoring your heart. And I like this. There's a lot of passion and movement coming up here that's available for you. So I like that for you, Needy. And that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. And then Sunny, you are up. So what surprise will happen on your blog? All right, let's take a look here. Let's see. What does Spirit want you to know about a surprise on your blog? Let's take a look here. Well, yeah, it definitely is a sudden surprise here with the Eight of Wands. There's this energy, there's this attention that comes in. The King of Cups shows a balance between the heart and the mind, and I like that. But I feel like there's this sudden surge on your blog. There is, and it's balanced, right? You're going to have people who express from the heart, and then you're going to have people who express from their human mind. And so, surprise is that you get like suddenly a lot of traffic or a lot of attention to your blog, but it's balanced. There's some people that are a little, of course, if let's say you have two comments where people are like, I disagree with you, blah, 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 and you have 100 people that support you, you're going to focus on the two. Try to balance it. Look at the big picture of it all. But I feel like with this Eight of Wands, it's sudden attention and a lot of movement and traffic that comes through that. So that's what they want you to know right now, Sunny. So yay, many blessings to you. And if you want, if you come back, um, or in the comments, post your blog. Let us go check it out. All right. And then my final reading, and if I missed anyone, I try to go through the chat and try not to miss anyone, but hey, part of me is human. So forgive me. I will be back on in just a little over an hour. So you can come back and check us out then, or I'll be back tomorrow and Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. And then, of course, tonight and tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. So come back and check me out if I missed you. All right. Mezzi BP, you are up. What is coming in the month ahead for you here? So for December, what does Spirit want you to know that's coming your way? Wow. You are having some emotional transformation here. You've got the Moon card, who rules over emotion, a lot of deep subconscious movement up, a lot of dream time too. Dreaming is bringing up a lot of things here for you. The Ace of Cups, there's this nudge and this bringing up, this push. The pressure of the heart is being turned up so that you can really raise your love vibration and discover this beautiful self-love that you have here. The Moon card can also be about communing with spirit and with those on the other side. And as you access more of this beautiful love from above, that's what fills up our chalice and fills up our heart. And there's this realization that comes in this month. The more time you spend communing and moving in that energy of spirit, the more you fill up with this beautiful, unconditional, eternal love, and it transforms how you feel about everything in the outside world. It really makes the world seem less of lacking and more abundance and overflowing, because the more we fill up on the inside, we're not looking for the outside to fill us up. We're filling up from the inside out. And then anything that the world gives us is above and beyond extra. So when we were looking for it to fill us up and it failed very uh expeditiously, enormously, we felt very empty and very, down and lower vibrational energies. But when we fill up with this higher vibrational, eternal, unconditional love energy, we're filling up and overflowing, and anything else anyone gives, like I said, is extra. And so there's this December feels like an emotionally filling and overflowing, big possibilities for it, to the extent that we fill up from the inside and have our energy focused on that, is the exponential way we feel and overflow out to the world in December. So I like that for you, Ms. EP, and that's what they have for you right now. After here in a moment, I will add a pinned comment about how all the readings happened in order, so you can find out where in the video your reading is. And like I said, I'll be back here in about an hour, and so we'll see you then. So until I see you guys again, much love to you. Hang in there, and please know, every second of every day of your life, you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, much love to you. Hang in there. Have a great rest of your night or day, wherever you're at in the world, and we'll see you soon.